Thank you, Dr. Jakobitz, the School of Human Ecology faculty and staff, and Dean Goldbart for inviting me today. We are indebted to you for preparing our graduates for this moment. Congratulations to all the parents, friends, and relatives here who have supported our students through the challenges and triumphs that led them to today. And above all, congratulations to the class of 2019. You did it. Nearly a decade ago, I was sitting where you are, waiting to receive my diploma and celebrate years of hard work at UT. I remember the happiness we felt that day and the excitement for Saturday night. I do not, however, remember what my commencement speaker said. Realizing that, I'll limit my own remarks to exploring something you'll hear again. What starts here changes the world. Yes, that deserves an applause. You're going to hear this a lot, mostly from the Texas Exes Association and commercials during football games. But even though it's just a slogan, believe it, it has meaning. Behind the phrase are extraordinary groups of young people, year over year, who leave these 40 acres and go out into the world and create change. You see, we are the people who bring meaning to the motto. We are the ones who transform our classroom learning into a better world. So today, I want to encourage you. Every time you hear that slogan, think of the power of you to make it true. Why do I believe this? For 3 reasons. First, the world needs you. It's your expertise in human ecology that is required to solve today's biggest problems. You're needed now more than ever before. Non-communicable diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer cause over 70% of all deaths worldwide. Our natural resources are profoundly at risk, with their byproducts of air pollution and climate change posing the 2 greatest environmental threats to our health. Globally, humans are more likely to live in a country that is mostly obese than one that is not. And here at home in Texas, by 2030, our diet-related disease rates will be so high that 1 in 3 doctor's visits will be related to nutrition. These challenges will require scientific expertise with a human focus, an education you are uniquely trained to bring to the world. Which leads me to my second point. Changing the world is going to be hard. Expect difficulty. When I was graduating, healthy eating was not a top concern among Americans. Coming out of the 2008 recession, I didn't even have a job lined up. I was interning in a high school cafeteria here in Austin, learning how to purchase, prepare, and serve student meals. And on top of managing the cafeteria, put in my best effort at putting healthy options in front of teenagers. Probably my hardest job to date. I tried to introduce a salad bar, in fact, but my manager told me it's not going to work. Healthy food just doesn't sell. I would have never believed that shortly after college, I would see my passion for healthy eating intersect with a national policy agenda. Which leads me to my third and most important point. Even though changing the world is hard, you can do it. Take my word for it. I've been where you are, I've been there, and I've done it. You see, the challenge of healthy eating is deeply personal to me. When I came to UT, I was the first woman in my family to go to college, and it was hard for me to picture a career ahead of me, much less one in nutrition. My mom immigrated from Mexico, and while she brought with her a beautiful food culture rooted in family and love, obesity and diet-related disease became a norm among my relatives. I was overweight, pre-diabetic, and knew nothing about healthy eating. I was the least likely person to be standing before you today. But in coming to UT, I knew I'd gotten a chance at a better life. It was only after taking a nutrition class that I learned how diet could help me live a long, healthy one. The information I learned there motivated me to eat differently and exercise. And 9 months later, I'd lost 25 pounds of unhealthy weight and ran my first 5K race ever. Thank you. Thank you very much. It was hard. So I started pursuing a nutrition degree, taking classes I would have never thought I could tackle, like biochemistry and physics, trying to learn everything I possibly could about this new science I'd fallen in love with. I was spending endless nights in the lab, volunteering as a peer educator, and I eventually decided to become a dietitian to make my love for nutrition a lifelong pursuit. After graduation, I kept following my passion, working hard, and researching this question of how to make healthy living easier. Within 3 months, I was part of Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative in Washington, D.C. There were plenty of fun moments, but it was also hard work. Just a short time into the job, I was helping lead a nutrition transformation of America's school meals, using modern nutrition I learned here to put healthy options on the menus of school cafeterias, serving millions of children across the country. People were skeptical of my youth, my ability, and expertise, but it was the roots of my training and science here at Texas that prepared me to play a role in changing the status quo. Nutrition standards, I'm happy to tell you, were updated for the first time in 3 decades. And you better believe I got some salad bars in there. Today, over half of Americans report paying attention to eating healthy foods than they did when I was graduating. That's an incredible shift in attitude, and thanks to my education here, it's a shift I was able to play a part in. But the job isn't done. 95% of us say we want to eat healthy, but only half of Americans are clear about what that means. So I know I have to continue this work, working toward a world where all of us are confident and capable of making healthy choices, whether that's making nutrition education more accessible to everyone or trying to make the healthy choice sell. My love for this science and personal experience of it shaped me such that every part of my identity is devoted to a healthier world. So that's my story. What's yours? What matters to you? As graduates of this school's degree programs, you are part of a passionate, enthusiastic community that knows how to apply science to improve how we live, how we eat, what we wear, and how we relate to one another. And if you're a parent wondering, as mine did, whether your child's degree will result in a real paid job, don't worry, it will. There is plenty of work to do. And SOHI graduates are uniquely equipped to lead the way. Our public health students have learned how to protect against disease, control epidemics, and promote healthy living. Our textile and apparel students are bringing technology to our supply chains and innovation to our clothing, shifting manufacturing from waste to sustainability. Our nutrition students are paving the way for others to make healthy choices and live out their aspirations for long living every day, whether making biochemical discoveries in the lab or planting school gardens. And our human development and family science students are bringing meaning to people's lives through strong, healthy families, which is reportedly the single most consistent source of meaning among all Americans. So, next time you hear what starts here changes the world, I hope you remember, first, that the world needs you. Second, to expect it to be hard, but third, that you can do it. You are uniquely equipped to make change happen. Each of us has a story of how we arrived here today. What's yours? What experiences, people, insights have defined your life so far, and how will you use that story to define your future? Who you are is who we need. What's the what? And what changes the world? It's you. Thank you again for letting me be with you today. Congratulations to the class of 2019. Hook 'em.